reaching out for the higher ground, to a warm and peaceful place. I can rest in faith. Life and something trying to find there's a place inside our minds. Where do I go from here? Will all my friends be there? 'Cause we're living in a crazy maze, and we're fighting to rise above the haze. Lights at the end of the tunnel. Sometimes the journey's alone. There are many theories, who's right and who's wrong. Precious zone, I have to choose. I've got nothing to lose. I close my eyes, I take a chance. Now there's a different day. What's the key to a happy life? Tell me no. A healthy mind and lots of space. Running barefoot through the trees.
Oh, that's my. What's poppin'? What's poppin'? My bad, y'all. I had to take the trash out. Had to take the trash out. What's poppin'? What's poppin'? Hey Tim, what's poppin'? Long time no see. Long time no see. Lori P, what's poppin'? What's poppin'? What's poppin'? I say, been busy? Hey, ain't nothing wrong with that, dog. In a crazy maze, we're fighting to rise. What's poppin', Dale Trent? End of the tunnel. Sometimes. Aisha Smart, the entire album. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I love Desiree. And you know what's crazy? I found out about her on the Spike Lee movie. It's called Clockers. She got a song called Hero. And I was young. I was young when I heard her. There's really race what's right and what's wrong. So we living. Things crazy, man. Most hated. What's poppin'? What's poppin'? What's down, brother? What's poppin'? Today, we'll get into it, man. We gotta talk about this shit. You know, what's going on. Wait till this song go off, though. Yes, we're dying. Spiritual eyes, what's poppin'? What's poppin'? Who's to know? All right, Alexa, pause. Alexa, pause. So, see, I'm the type, bro. I can't lie. I can go on and just live my life and be peaceful and stuff like that, but I just never been there. Even before YouTube, when things go on in the world, man, for some reason, I was blessed or cursed with the spirit to care, bro. You know, I care about what's going on because your life can be going amazing, but if everybody else going through it or stuff happening to people, like that's happening to all of us. Cause something can happen to them today and can happen to your family or to you the next day. You know, so that's why I have to care, bro. I can't just make content just talking about my goddamn self. I can't do it. I cannot do it. You know? Soon as I seen it's close to shooting anniversary. Yes, yeah. And not just a shooting anniversary. What happened in Roseland, Louisiana. This Friday is the Hurricane Katrina anniversary. So, bruh, this stuff is crazy, dog. It's crazy when you sit back and talk about it. So let's start. I want to start off uh with this. So I'm not going to go all the way in on this because after we do this live, I'm making a video. And look, bro, I've been on semen retention for 26 days. I am going off tomorrow. I put that on everything I love. This probably gonna be my best video tomorrow because I'm going off. I don't care what color those kids was. It's really about this shit happening, bro. This happened every fucking week. Every week, a white kid is going to a school and shooting it up. This happening every week, dog. Like every single week is happening. And I don't know about y'all, bro, but I'm tired of this shit, man. I'm tired of them always trying to focus on the black community. Yeah, we got our problems. We got our problems. But we ain't gonna act like they don't have their problems. And when they have problems, it affect everybody. It affect your kids. When they have problems, they take out everybody. And this happened every damn week, bro. It's happening so much, bro. People don't even care, bro. But this how I knew it was serious, bro. Because this morning I was in the Uber, and the Uber driver told me about it. And then I got out. I went to the gym. The people at the gym told me. Wait. Something going on, bro. And this the crazy part. They all was black people that told me about it. So if we don't have no compassion, if we just evil people, why our people angry at this shit? And you don't hear no Caucasian YouTubers or the raccoons talking about this. None of the raccoons, I can't say the word. I'm just adding raccoons to it. They not even talk. They acting like this never happened. But when it's black, oh, here we go. It's breaking news. No, we have to keep that same energy, dog. Because when racist Caucasian people, and I can't even say racist because they attack their own people. You want to talk about black on black crime? They attack their own people. This shit crazy, bro. Let's get into it, though. And like I say, this ain't for no race bait or nothing like that. Like, I promise you, it's not that. Like, I'm really tired of seeing school shootings, bro. Like, you talk about white fatigue, bro. It's really white fatigue, bro. Because if you have kids, dog, bro, you really go consider like homeschooling your kids. Like, is it even safe to bring your kids to school? So, like I say, I'm not race baiting or nothing, bro. I don't want to make my video about that, but we have to talk about, because they love making videos about Trump bringing troops to take care of the black people in DC. But what are we doing about these mass shootings every single week? Every week, it's a damn near every day, it's a mass shooting. And most of them is Caucasian people. And it's not being talked about. People got used to it and they just go on like it never happened. I'm tired of that shit, bro. I don't know about y'all. Like, when they say white fatigue, bro, it's really white fatigue, bro. It's really white fatigue, bro. And we gotta stop letting this shit slide, dog. Let's get into it.
Her husband is a firefighter. She ran to the scene after getting word a gunman had opened fire. Others did the same thing on what was supposed to be an exciting day 3 of classes.
What's
but has
poppin',
turned
Laura?
into what Minnesota Governor Tim Walz calls a first week of school marred by this horrific act of violence. We just heard from Minneapolis Police Chief Brian O'Hara. This shooting again unfolded around 8:30 local time this morning during a mass.
And this the crazy part. This the grace they get. When you bring up stuff like this, oh no, this a distraction. Is this a psyop? But when it's black people doing stuff, it's never a distraction. They really hold us accountable. But when it's them doing something, is this a psyop? It's a distraction. No, no, I'm done with that bullshit. I'm done with the excuses. I'm done with that psyop shit. I'm done with that shit. Because when it's black people committing crimes, it's no grace. It's no mercy. It's no goddamn mercy. It's a distraction. Oh, he's just doing this. No. We gotta hold these Caucasian people accountable, dog, because they murdering their own people, bruh. And sometimes they go into black churches and murder black people. Bruh, these people are really terrorists, bruh. These are the real terrorists, bruh. Damn, I'm serious, bruh. Like, bruh, I don't know if it's I don't know, bruh. Like today, I was really, like I had a great day. I had a great day, but when I saw this, bruh, like I really got mad. Cause talk about white fatigue, bruh. This is really white fatigue, bruh. This is how white fatigue sounds, dog. For real. They do the worst to our, yeah, they do the worst to, bruh, how you just shoot? This shit crazy.
Inside Annunciation Catholic Church, dozens
The
of
irony is
students
crazy.
were attending the service, which was marking the first week of school. Authorities say the gunman approached one side of the church outside
The first week of school. That shit crazy, bruh.
and started shooting through the church windows inside, aiming at the kids sitting in the pews. Students in grades
Exactly.
8 through 8 go to this school. Those living nearby say they heard what they thought at first was construction noise, but quickly realized it was gunfire. Then roughly 2 minutes later, they saw the rush of emergency vehicles heading to the school. This is a multi-agency response. Local, state, and federal officials are in that area. A family reunification center has been set up where students and relatives are meeting up. Again, at least 2 children ages 8 and 10 are dead. More than 17 others are injured, including 14 children, of which 2 are right now in critical.
No, we ain't doing that. Democrats at play. No, we not doing that. Cause when it's black people, it's no mercy for us. Y'all don't bring up politics. Y'all don't bring up nothing. All y'all say is black fatigue. Y'all don't bring up nothing. It's nothing. You call them trash. No, we ain't playing the political games. All that shit that's really a distraction. Bruh, this is crazy, bruh. Imagine sending your kids to school and they dead, dog, or they got shot. Like, and this shit going on every single week. It's going on so much, bruh. People stop caring, bruh. So bruh, you can't tell me that the real terrorist in this country is Caucasian men, dog. That's the real terrorist to everybody, not just to one race, to their own race, to everybody. And if I'm lying, tell me I'm lying. Yeah, you could talk shit about black people, but one thing you ain't gonna see, for the most part, black people doing, they not about to take everybody out every week. It ain't going down like that. So I see the whole play. So don't come telling me about no Democrats, no, I don't want to hear that bullshit. That's a cop-out, motherfucker. That's a cop-out. The trans shooter, man, that's white man. That's what I'm gonna say.
Condition. Authorities are telling those who do not need to be in that area to stay away.
What's poppin', Water God? What's poppin', dog?
Upsetting situation for everyone involved. Here's Minneapolis Mayor Jacob Frey.
Don't just say this is about thoughts and prayers right now. These kids were literally praying. It was the first week of school. They were in a church.
So tell me who the real devil is. Who the real devil is, dog? And you know I'm not super religious. I'm not none of that. I'm not none of that, dog. But if you can shoot kids while they praying, bruh, just imagine how many other people are just like that shooter, bruh. Just imagine how many other young Caucasian men are just like that shooter, bruh. Just imagine how many we got out there in the world, bruh. Just imagine, dog. Now you seeing the real devil. This shit crazy, bro. It pissed me off for real.
These are kids that should be learning with their friends. They should be playing on the playground.
Exactly. Whoa, nah. Exactly.
They should be able to go to school or church in peace without the fear or risk of violence, and their parents should have the same kind of assurance.
When those parents rushing to that scene, at some point, police officers did enter the church and administered first aid to the kids who were injured and also helped those who were hiding in the
It's their
building.
culture.
The
Facts.
suspect is dead at this hour. Authorities say he took his own life in the back of the church. Right now, police say that he is in his early 20s, that there are...
See, look. Somebody said the table's turning, and that's what's happening. Because I saw a picture before I went live. The young dude was like, he said F Trump or something on Twitter or some shit. See, those young Caucasian dudes, I'm not gonna say not racist, but they going after their own too, bruh. That's the crazy part. That's the crazy part. So if somebody said the tables turning, the tables are turning, bruh. And that's what they don't want us to see. That's what they don't want us to see. So what's our culture? If you believe everything on the media, you're crazy. Because the media go show you what they want to show you, and they go show you over and over and over again. So that can be your idea of what our culture is. So hey, that's up to you, dog. This is a white on white. Bro, it happens every week. Every week is a school shooting or a mass shooting. Every week. We just don't care no more. People just stop caring, bro. It's every week. It's every week, dog. I gotta block you, bro. Like, don't be asking me questions, dog. Not on my shit. Go live on your own page. Don't ask me shit. This been their norm. Don't ask me shit, bro. They ask me questions like, come on, bro. But yeah, I'm tired of this shit, bro. Like, I'm really tired of this shit.
Of course, looking into his background, they say at this point they see no history of violence on him. They found a rifle, a shotgun, and a pistol. Of course, we'll be following all of this and bring any updates to you.
At carparts.com, quality is our standard.
A pistol, a rifle, a shotgun. Then a suspect firing all three of these things. And we've been waiting to find out more information about this suspect, and we're getting it.
We know this is
Andre, don't you gotta ask him, bro. We won't answer no Caucasian dudes, bro. We don't do that. 35 black men shot this weekend in Chicago. We are too, I assure you.
We are here. You can see the police tape behind me on South 1st Avenue and East 57th Street here in Minneapolis, less than a mile from the scene of this shooting. And this behind me is the last known address of the suspected shooter.
Appreciate you, ATM.
Live Eyewitness News, from speaking with multiple sources, has identified the suspect today as 23-year-old Robin Westman. And we do have a photo of this person that I want to show you now. Again, we've been working this over the last several hours, as you might imagine, and this came in as a tip.
Ain't this like kind of weird when it's a white shooter and the news don't have like no bad opinion? It's like when they talk about him, it's like a movie. It's not even like it's a bad guy or something. Like, do y'all understand what I'm saying? I'm trying to make it make sense. But it's like when they talking about him, it's like a pattern. It's like, okay, it's just another white boy. Y'all feel what I'm saying? But when it's black people committing crimes, it's like everybody turn on them. Everybody turn on them, and they just like isolate it. Even if it's self-defense, it don't matter. But when it's like this, bruh, I've been out today. It was more black people upset than I saw Caucasian people upset. This shit crazy, bruh. This shit crazy. I don't know what's going on, dog. I really don't know what's going on in the world today. But today I talked to 4 black people, bro. And out of those 4, 3 of them was more mad. Like I haven't heard no white people talking about this shit. It's been black people who've been, this is real white fatigue, bro. Like I'm in the Uber, bro. Soon as I get in the Uber, soon as I get in the Uber, bro, dude asked me, man, did you see what happened on the news in Minnesota? You know, and I just acted like I ain't see that, nothing like that. He was just telling me, and I'm like, damn. And it's, the anger is like, that's real fatigue, bro. What I heard today from everybody I've been around that talked about this shit, it's real fatigue, bro. Let's see. Yeah, watch the story go. Yeah, watch it go away. Yeah, it's gonna go away next week. It's gonna go away. Yeah, watch the story go. Okay, yeah. Why do they hate us? Have they ever asked yourself? It's crazy, man. Right? What's crackling, fam? What's popping? What's popping? I lost my job because an Asian dude touched, and I defended myself. But they said something. Oh yeah, Rob, man, look. These jobs can lie. That's why I say you really have to find something to make your own income these days, because they can lie on you. And if they foreign, Asian, white, and you black, trust me, they can lie on you, and they getting rid of you. Like I've been through that shit. I was about to crash out over that shit. I was gonna crash out. They don't care about they don't care, man. Like the way they talking about this dude, it's not even like he committed a crime. They just like, it's like a movie. I completely understand you continue to be like, oh yeah, Mercedes, I'm always gonna be that. Appreciate that. The devil is of the white, bruh. I gotta agree, dog. Black folks, for the most part, love the kid. Yeah, bruh. Everybody I talked to today, every black person I talked to today, except the last one, you know, we didn't talk about that, but every interaction I had, it was black people, bruh. Mad that this shit happened, bruh. You would have think this happened at an all-black school, bruh. Like, that's real white fatigue, man. That's real. We just tired of this shit. And they want you to think that every black person condone, you know, the crime that's in the hood. Bruh, for the most part, black people don't condone that shit. But the media gonna make you believe that shit. But when stuff like this happen, they like to, you know, make it sound like it's cute or like it's some fucking movie. And y'all, excuse my language today. I told y'all I'm on a journey right now for 2 years. It's called semen retention. And, you know, it's up today, bro. It's up. So excuse me cursing to my elders. I apologize. Shout outs to No Reachbacks Club members. Revelation and the few passages in the Bible are relevant. That's facts, Malachi. With my bills, I'm still able to just quit. Bruh? Carter Live, much love. Appreciate you, Roxy. Also, you're smart. They don't like it. They don't. Oh, yeah, they don't like that. Because when you have time to break this stuff down, man, you can see the whole, bro, I see the whole play, bro. They want everybody to hate black people for a small group of percentage of the black people that causing the problems. They want everybody to hate black people. But the real devils, you're looking at them. You're looking at them. But they ain't gonna talk about that. They ain't gonna talk about the real truth. But tomorrow, I'm telling y'all, I'm just going live talking about this right now, but tomorrow, the video I'm dropping, I promise you on my life, that's going to be the best video I put out, because I'm about to connect the fucking dots with this shit. I'm tired of this shit, bro. How the hell you can just... How can you kill kids, bro, that's through a window like a coward, bro? That's crazy, dog. I wrote about mass shootings, race to white. It gave some BS. There's a lot of good black people I go to trade school with. Yeah, bro. Like I said, trade. Like, and then it's it's a domino effect, bro. And they know what they did to create what's going on today in our environment. They know what they did. It was all by design. It was all by design. But that's not the whole black community, you know. It's not. But the media wants you to think that. But that's why we gotta have YouTube channels that call this type of shit out. That call this type of shit out. Because on YouTube you can get a lot of views for talking down on black people. I know y'all noticed that. It's a lot of channels who down talk black people and they get a lot of views. But ain't it ironic that when stuff like this happen, they quiet? So you can't even take those channels serious. You can't even take them serious. Cause this shit keep happening every single week. Who own exactly? Exactly. Whoever owned the media, guess what? They not gonna make they people look bad. Even though they doing some bad shit, they not gonna make them look bad. Even when they come on the news and talk about them, they go still talk about them in a pleasant tone. It's not gonna be, oh, he deserves to be electrocuted. How they did your boy Carmelo. Bruh, they hated, bruh. When that happened, they hated dude, bruh. But this happened. What you see? What you? They act like they don't see anything. Mental health as they claim. Exactly. Cardiac family. Yeah. Come on, bro. All raccoons, dog. I can't say the real, you know, we're going to say raccoons, bro. It's a lot of raccoons, but it's crazy, dog. This man was essayed at this church. Hey, bro. You don't take out the kids, dog. You go to the people that did it to you. Why are you taking out kids, bruh? I don't give a damn. Don't take out no kids, bruh. I feel like black people are cursed because no, fuck that. I don't go by that shit. You feel. That's how you feel. Just because you feel that way, it don't mean nothing. It don't mean nothing. That means something to you. Yeah, it's cap, man. But let's go on, bro.
The photojournalist and I came out here, I would say about 90 minutes ago, still working information on that tip, and found this area already taped off. Multiple agents on
Facts.
scene. The BCA is here. Other law enforcement is here, and they've been coming and going for about the last 90 minutes. But again, to confirm what 5 Eyewitness News has learned from multiple sources, the suspect here, 23-year-old Robin Westman, this was the last known address. I could tell you when we rolled up here, again, going on 2 hours ago.
Whoever, many, no, you cursed. Don't put that shit on us. What the fuck? Don't hear that shit.
We saw agents speaking with a slightly older man and a woman. I don't want to start connecting dots that we haven't been able to confirm yet, but talking to neighbors in this area, many of them telling us that it was a family here at this home.
Cam, because you allow the media to persuade you. What's going on in our community is going on in everybody's community. You allow the media to control what you see and believe. What's going on in our community is going on in the Caucasian community. What's going on in their community is going on in the Asian community. They just not gonna show you that because guess who owns the news? Whoever owns the news, of course, they don't like black people. So of course they gonna make black people look the worst. Come on, bro. Come on, think for yourself, dog. Think for yourself. This shit is not hard, dog. If you live around white people, especially the rich ones, all their kids on drugs. They got bad relationships with their parents. They hate their parents. Come on, bro. Think for yourself. Like, let's get into the real world. Like I told you, I traveled this country 10 years. I drove trucks 10 years. I stayed in multiple states. I know people in multiple states. I lived around Caucasian people, bro. They go through the same thing. They call you ghetto. They ghetto also. They just hide their ghetto-ness. Or black people just don't care about. Black people don't care about them, bro. We just don't. So we don't look for them. But you live around white people, rich or not, they still ghetto. They cheating on each other. They having affairs. They kids hate them. They kids on drugs. Like, come on, bro. Do not let this media fool you. What's going on in our community is going on in everybody's community. But we are the most hated, so we go get the most movie time. You feel me? It's that simple, dog. It's that simple. So learn how to think for yourself. Don't let the media think for you. This is what my channel is for, bro. To show you.
Behind me.
Facts. We are not cursed. Facts.
Sort of accounts of interactions with that family. Some saying they were very quiet and kept to themselves. I talked to another neighbor who told me
Exactly, Trey.
interacted with them frequently. But as you can imagine, just a mile from the scene of this shooting, less than a mile. I mean, it's a 3-minute drive. We have had people coming and going on foot in their cars, asking about this scene that has become the source of growing interest for not only neighbors but law enforcement that has been coming and going throughout the morning. We've seen them go in and out of that door behind me, and you can see they are still here now. I talked to one neighbor who really unaware of anything.
Peace and love. What's poppin', lady?
This morning, saying that she came out, looked out her window, and saw agents with, her words, very large guns coming and going this morning, sometime after the shooting near the church and the school. So, of course, we're continuing to gather information out here at the scene, learning all we can about the suspected shooter that, again, we've been able to confirm.
Hold on.
The name here, Robin Westman, 23-year-old.
You see how dumb he looks? Like he don't know, bruh. Suspected shooter? No, that's the shooter. Ain't no suspected. Suspected shooter? No, that's a murderer. Look, he looked disappointed. He looked disappointed. Like, this shit crazy, man. Like, and I'm tired of this shit, man. Like, so tomorrow, the video I'm dropping, this is the last video we can watch on this. Then we're gonna move on. But tomorrow, man, the video I'm dropping, I'm connecting the dots, dog. I'm about to be the first YouTuber that really connect the dots and call all this shit out because I'm tired of it, dog. We can talk about black on black all day, but every week it's a goddamn mass shooting, bruh. Every week, bruh. You even got the dude from Buffalo, I think from New York, that shot the black people in that grocery store. He asking for less prison time. Like, what the hell? I'm gonna talk about that tomorrow too. But he asking for less prison time after he walked into a grocery store in the black community and just start shooting people. Like, these people are crazy, dog. It's always.
On our 5 Investigates team are going through court records and other information, and of course we're going to
What's poppin', Jalen?
to keep you updated throughout the day.
5 black people shot and burned in their house in Arkansas by white supremacists. Oh shit! Hold on.
East 57th Street in Minneapolis. Send it back to you for now.
Thank you, James. I'll look it up.
Eric Rasmussen on the scene here, and Eric, we do want to ask you. We know that the FBI is digging into the suspect's history right now. We know you're working your sources out there.
Usual.
Walk us through a little bit of what's going on with this investigation. We understand they're certainly going to be checking social media accounts, looking at his school history as they try to figure out more of this. So walk us through more of this investigation.
Sure. You know, Leah, first of all, it should be sad to note that we've had to walk through these kinds of investigations before. I've been doing this a long time all over the country, and sadly I've had to cover a few of these. So what we do know, without speaking to the specifics of this case, is that just as it is an all hands on deck for us here at 5 Eyewitness News, there is just an outpouring of support in the law enforcement community. You're talking the FBI. I know the ATF is going to be looking into ballistics and the types of firearms and ammunition that were used. And then, as you just described, sort of walking this story backwards. That's the sources we can all see online. Today, in this world, everything is documented. It's going through records. Familial connections. Were there breadcrumbs along the way that sort
Exactly.
of informed how we got to this terrible point today? I've been in touch with one former FBI agent that I hope to follow up with later today to learn a little bit more about exactly what they might be digging into. But it is all the things you'd be thinking of. What was the connection? Why here? Why this school? Why this church? The acquisition of the firearms these days can be traced back with quite a bit of specificity.
Exactly.
And considering the amount of firepower we know and we think was used, there's going to be just a plethora of information that comes out of the forensic evidence in this case. And that's all things that they're going to be looking at, not just today, but well into the future.
And hey, Eric, they're right at the scene. We see a large area that's corned off with crime scene tape. Is there just one house in this block that they're looking at, or does it go all the way around?
That's a fair question, Paul. What I could tell you that might not be super clear on the screen is there's sort of a perimeter and there's another perimeter. So I'm standing.
Said Catholic schools ain't good anyway. They wanted $10K for tuition for me to go. Luckily, I got a better school. Yeah, you know, and somebody said something happened to dude, but that's not an excuse to unalive kids, dog. You know, that's not an excuse to unalive kids. But let's get back to this. Let's finish. We almost finished.
At the police tape here, this is as far as we can go. This is as far as other neighbors or people coming by to get a look can go. But as we go past me, I'm going to step out of the way here for Lee.
We got a lot of those Catholic schools in Jefferson Parish. Oh yeah. Oh, trust me, I know. New Orleans is full of Catholic schools.
The house, the address that led us here when we got a tip, again, going on 2 hours ago. So that is clearly the focus of law enforcement out here. There may be other information that we don't know yet, but we haven't heard anything to suggest that there are multiple houses or locations or frankly even people involved here. Again, I think I said at the top of our live report here today that we saw an older man and woman speaking with law enforcement. I don't want to try to get into their heads about how they looked emotionally, but the man was on the phone sitting on the curb. So again, to answer your question directly, the focus of law enforcement out here appears to be this one home that's behind me here on South First Avenue.
So many questions.
Go to the website
It's crazy, man. Like, it's crazy how when stuff like this happen, the same race baiters, the YouTubers or whatever, they quiet about this shit. And I know y'all noticed that. They quiet about stuff like this. You know? So, like I say, tomorrow, we dropping that video. We dropping that video, man, because we got to connect a lot of dots because these dudes love going to churches. They love shooting into churches, dog. For some reason. What is they shooting black people or they own for the most part it's their own people. They talking about you gotta be worried about black on black crime, but you really got if you a Caucasian person, you really gotta be worried about your if I was Caucasian, I'm worried about my own damn family. I'm looking at them sideways like, hey, is you all right? You really got worried about being at a whole event with Caucasian people because they go take out anybody. Bruh, if I was Caucasian, dog, I wouldn't trust nobody. And I ain't trying to laugh, but I wouldn't trust nobody, bro. I'd be walking like, nigga, hey, you all right, huh? We cool, huh? I'm telling you. If I was Caucasian, bro, like I say, I ain't laughing at the situation. I'm just saying, if I was Caucasian, dog, hey, every friend I see, I'm like, look, we cool, huh? Hey, you need to hold some money? For real, bruh. Because the way they moving, the things they doing, bruh, you never know. They ready to take out everybody. They own mama. They ready to take out everybody, bruh. So you want to talk about some real criminals? Man, don't get me started, dog. Don't get me started for real. Because you talk about scared, bro. If I was Caucasian, A from Feet, what's poppin'? Kahana, what's poppin'? That shit crazy. But let's move on, man. Like I say, tomorrow, that video dropping tomorrow, dog. I got y'all, I got y'all. But let's move on to the people that don't know about what happened in Meat, Louisiana, Roseland, Louisiana. A chemical plant, exploded. And if you know all this is by design because they trying to add they trying to add more to that chemical plant. And they trying to build more chemical plants in A-Meat and in Roseland. But in Roseland, most of the black people own their homes. So it's no other way they can like kick them out or make them relocate other than a natural disaster or some kind of chemical disaster. And that's what they doing right now. It's so cold though, bruh, because they just laid everybody off and they didn't give them nothing, bruh. That, bruh, that told, and you know what else? You know what else gave it away? When they said that nobody died, nobody was injured, that gave it away, man. They was prepared for this shit. The firemen, the police, they was ready. Cause when you saw that fire, you like, wait, nobody died, nobody was injured. They was ready, bro. Cause they didn't want anyone to die in the, in the explosion. It's gonna be a slow death because these chemicals cause cancer in the long run. They attack your respiratory system. A lot of black Americans own their homes in Louisiana. Yep. Come on, Trey. Come on, Trey. See? Now we're going to get into that real talk. Hold on. A lot of black Americans own their home. See? And a lot of people don't know that, bruh. Just like after the Civil War, bruh. Black Americans bought that land and they brought a lot of homes and they put it on their land. Now it's Cancer Alley, bruh. It's nothing but plants, bruh. And they called it plants because it used to be plantations. So what's short for plantation? Plants. So you got family members going to the plant, it's really short for plantations. Because the plant used to be plantations. Then our ancestors bought the homes and they came back in. They came back in and they put the chemical stuff on there. This, bruh, the shit is sick, bruh. It's sick, bruh. And the only way they can get black, just like Hurricane Katrina in the lower ninth ward, bruh, mostly every black person owned their homes. See, they don't talk about that. See, they love to talk about black people being in poverty, but it's a difference. See, you can be in poverty, but you have a culture, you have a community. You're not really in poverty because people trading things, people, letting you borrow things. You never really in poverty. Yeah, you might not have a lot of money, but you own your home. How many people don't own homes now? You put me on to something, shit. It's in plain sight, dog. It's in plain sight, dog. But they want to tell you that racism is over. It's never over, dog. And Trump wants people to forget that. But this country was built off slavery. Caucasian people never did anything. The only thing they did was they got ammunition first. That's how they start, you could say, punking everybody. Because they had the guns first. That's the only thing they did. They ain't built nothing. They not original. They copied everything. They stole everything. But they want to sweep that shit under the rug. But see, what happens in life is divine intervention. It will never allow that shit to happen. It will never allow that shit to happen. Shit deep, bruh. It's deep. So when you hear people saying people in Louisiana are poor, they not poor. They own their homes. They have a community. In Roseland, Louisiana, it's family. Every weekend, they working Monday through Friday. They with their family. Some people don't have family that they can party with, that they can release stress with. That's a community. That's not, they might don't have a lot of money, but guess what? They gonna make it do what they do. And they own their homes, so they can't just kick them out like they really wanted to. Shit crazy, man.
People are unemployed following the fire at Smitty's. Chris Welty reports on the resources available now to help people get back to work.
The Louisiana Workforce Commission set up a mobile response center, and they say they've already seen a steady flow of former Smitty's employees.
The explosion at Smitty's changed everyday life for the community and the roughly 400 Smitty's employees.
Everything happened so fast, man. Right in front of me.
Otis Chester worked as a truck driver at Smitty's for 7 years. His son was also employed by the company. Chester is thankful everyone emerged physically unhurt, but knows this loss will devastate the community.
That was one of the biggest plants in Tazewell Parish. Everybody pretty much depending on that.
I loved my job. I loved my coworkers, my team.
Berniqua Roberts not only lost her job, but her car as well in the fire.
Heartbreaking.
Roberts praised the Louisiana Workforce Commission's response to help former employees file for unemployment and the guidance.
See, it's all a chess move. The biggest plant, they knew this, because guess what? Bro, this plant was going through so many lawsuits. They was going through so much, bro. They was going through so much. But if you do your research, everywhere in St. James, they building new plants, getting rid of black neighborhoods. All around Amite and Roseland, they building new, industry chemical plants. All around them. So what area you think they want next? They want Roseland and they want Amite, bruh. They want Roseland and they want Amite, bruh. Because all around it, like I say, go to St. James. Ask anybody who live in St. James Parish. Ask anybody. Donsonville. Yeah. They building new plants. I'm telling you. Now they want Amite and they want Roseland. And they knew that this was the biggest plant. But this plant, they had so many lawsuits, bro. Like, they was going through so much shit. They can easily set that shit on fire. And nobody died because they was already prepared for that shit, bro. And they knew everybody depended on that job. And they know what's going to happen next. It's a slow death, bro. And they been doing this shit. The video I did yesterday, go back. If you haven't watched the video I did yesterday, go back and watch the video I did yesterday. Like, I read the facts. They been doing this. They caused these type of things to happen just to grab the land. Yeah, this is real white fatigue, dog. This is what it is in real time. Shit crazy.
To find another job, LWC's RV has multiple computers set up so people can begin the next step towards employment.
We get their resumes done. We want to get them started applying for jobs right away.
Go Jobs, in partnership with the Workforce Commission, opened an overflow building to assist the community. Staff can help with updating resumes and offer training for new opportunities.
We do work with them. We have counselors that will specialize in helping them become whatever they're interested in.
The Workforce Commission hopes to ease concerns, noting this might be the first time in decades that people have to interview.
It's terrifying to think of having going to job.
See, they trying to make this shit sound like, oh, they gonna just go find a job. No, bro, it don't work that easy. If you in the real world today, how hard is it to find a job? You tell me. You tell me. But they want you to believe that these people are about to just find new job. Bro, it don't work like that. Life don't work like that in 2025. Everybody having problems finding a job. But this shit happening right now with faces, dog. And the shit crazy, man. It's crazy.
Hancock Whitney has just made...
Hold on. They barely got... Exactly. That's a... Trey, exactly. They barely... That's why everybody was working at the plants. So now, what, you want people to drive from Amite to Baton Rouge every day? You want them to drive from Roseland to West Baton Rouge to Plaquemine every day? Every day? Like, come on. That's gas money. And that's far as hell. You want them to drive from Amite all the way to Plaquemine, or to Baton Rouge, or to Zachary, where the other plant at. Like, it's crazy.
Smitty's is now unemployed.
WGNO's Mallory Smith shows you who's trying to help them.
Kurt, Susie, every single employee at Smitty.
This letter dated August 26, emailed to a Smitty's employee,
was apparently sent to most of the roughly 400
And she needs to explain in detail, yes, how the heck people, exactly.
The letter obtained by our partners at WBRZ states that, quote, at this time, you should consider your layoff to be permanent. With the future uncertain, no Smitty's employee who is being laid off should expect to be recalled. The letter goes on to state that, quote, almost all employees are being laid off. The letter goes on to say that the layoffs were in...
So let's break this. Like I told you, I love breaking shit down because they really think, see, white people that own plants and they think they bosses and stuff in Louisiana, they think black people in Louisiana are dumb. So I have to break this shit down so you can understand it. See, they don't have the results back to, they claim they don't have the results back to test what's in the black smoke, the oil and stuff like that. They claim they don't have the results back and they gotta wait. But ironically, they got the notes ready for people to say they laid off. They got the notes ready, these letters ready. That's why I'm telling y'all, all this shit been planned months ago. They been planning this shit months ago, dog. They planned this shit months ago, dog. But they want us to sit back and act like, oh, it's just an accident. You know why the owner's not saying anything? Why would they say anything? Whenever you think you're getting ahead, they come. Exactly. So all this stuff been planned, bro. That's why they got the letters already sent out. You don't have, you can't tell the people what's in the chemicals that's poisoning them, that's going to cause them to have cancer 5 years from now. But you can type up a letter and send it to everybody and tell them they laid off. Ain't that crazy? Come on, bro. Like, a lot of times you got to think, man. You got to think.
Immediate as of this past Saturday, and that employees would
Insurance,
be
facts.
paid for unused vacation time.
It is the sad part of the disaster of that event is the tragedy of how many jobs are going to be displaced. And so we want to replace those as quickly as we can.
We asked Governor Jeff Landry about the impact and optics of the sudden mass layoffs.
Optics is the fact that there was a fire. It wasn't our fault. I didn't set the fire, and I don't think Smitty set the fire.
You see? You see who the governor of Louisiana is, bro, and how every time he talk, it's like an arrogance. Did y'all hear that? It's an arrogance every time he talks. Listen to this shit.
Sudden mass layoffs.
Optics is the fact that there was a fire. It wasn't our fault. I didn't set the fire, and I don't think Smitty set the fire. It is a consequence of a tragedy.
The Louisiana Workforce Commission is stepping
Crazy.
in with a series of information sessions next week for laid-off employees. The announcement is advertised as Smitty's
Shit crazy.
Resources meeting that will include
Double
answers
talk,
to things
facts.
like unemployment insurance and job searches. Landry said the layoffs are concerning, but his first priority is
I know I hate
cleaning
the
up
strong word, but I really
environmental
hate,
impact
bruh.
of the fire.
It is a concern of mine.
Bruh,
It's going to
dense.
have an economic impact there. We're going to be...
Hey, y'all, that's my homeboy, King Dance. Let me make you a moderator, bro. That's my boy, man. I grew up with him. You know, used to whoop his ass in basketball and football. That's my dog, though, man. That's my dog, man. But yeah, bro, this same here, bro. This dude, bro, is just evil, man. Just evil. And like I told y'all about Louisiana, see, people love Louisiana because of Mardi Gras, partying, and football and the food. That's it. Outside Louisiana, bro, these people can do what they want to do because nobody else care, bro. Nobody else care. This going on, a land grab going on right in our faces, and the whole world don't give a damn. They don't care because they just coming to New Orleans for Mardi Gras. They waiting on Bayou Classic. They waiting to go on Bourbon Street. That's it. They don't care about what goes on here, bro. The evil shit they do right in people's faces. And he don't give a damn. You can see how emotionless he is about this shit because it mostly affected black people. It mostly affected black people. He don't give a damn. Now, if that shit affected his home, he'll be crying. And him and that toupee will be fucked up. Him and that toupee right there. Come on, bro. You can't tell me this don't look like the devil, dog. If the devil, if the devil, if the devil had a face, bro, this is it right here. If the devil had a face, if the devil had a face, this would be it, bro. This is how the devil would look. And the horns would come out of that forehead. Wait, the one horn would come this way, the other horn would come that way. You can't tell me that's not a devil, bro. Not the toupee, bro. That toupee will be gone. He'll be crying on national TV. That's a real devil. That's a real devil, dog. Damn, bro. This shit make me sick, bro. It makes me sick, dog. So I'm gonna keep covering this, what's going on in a meet, because this is what they love to do. They want us to just move on from stuff like this, but I can't do that, man, because when we move on, then they really move in to do what they do. But all it takes is for a few people to see these lives, to see my videos, and they start fighting back. They start asking questions. That's all it takes, bro. So that's really why I care. You know, I'm from Louisiana, so like I love this shit, man. So I can't just stop talking about what's going on because it's not viral. I can't do that, bro. Because they've been land grabbing all over Louisiana. And they've been getting away with it. You come to New Orleans now, bro. That's why I always say Hurricane Katrina and blowing up their levee is because they wanted to turn New Orleans into NOLA. And for everybody who don't get it is, people that's not from New Orleans or from Louisiana, they say NOLA. And down here, we don't say NOLA. But NOLA is just a form of gentrification. That's it. You come to New Orleans now, bro. They everywhere. It's all you see, bro. A bunch of these. Wait. It was Black Kids Got Killed. I never knew a Black Catholic. No. Was it Black Kids? See, that's why I say after this live, I'm doing more research, and you know I'm gonna make this video or whatever. But shit, crazy. Even in Kenner, we got so many Hispanics, bro. I already know. I used to be in love with Kenner too. Like when I was younger, I used to love staying out there because it used to be like, I don't know how it is now, but it was peaceful. It was quiet. It's probably turned now. Y'all probably got gangs in Kenner now. Trey, do y'all got gangs in Kenner? That shit don't even sound right to have gangs in Kenner, bro. So many people don't know the truth about the levees. Bruh, Jeremy, I'm telling you, bro, they don't, dog. They don't. They got more shooters now. See? Trey, and if I'm lying, tell me I'm lying. Bruh, back a few years ago, you will never hear of no crazy shootings in Kenner, bruh. Kenner is where you move to with your family and you out the way, bruh. They just did a SWAT raid today. Damn, that's crazy, man. That's crazy. That's crazy, dog. What's poppin', Q?
Leading in, the first priority we have is making sure that we clean it up properly, we get it safely done.
The letter from Smitty's to its employees does express deep gratitude that nobody was hurt, but due to the extent of the damage, the plant will be closed indefinitely. Mike Perlstein, WWL.
So they couldn't tell the people what's in the chemicals. Hold on, they couldn't tell people what's in the chemicals that's poisoning them, but they can have time. They got time to type up a letter to send to everybody. Think about that shit. They can't tell you what's going to kill you slowly, but they can type up a letter and say, oh, we not paying y'all nothing unless you have unpaid vacation time. This shit crazy, bruh. That shit crazy. Hold on. Let's see. Roseland. Here we go.
Dip into that vest.
chunky salsa. Mexican is.
The EPA is still running tests to learn what exactly was in the soot that fell over Roseland after Friday's explosion.
Gabby Killett spoke with neighbors who say that they've gotten mixed signals about whether they should begin cleaning up.
That land off is deep. It's deep.
4 days after Smitty's supply exploded into flames.
And you gotta think about it, bro. This is the chess they play. You know, I have a daughter, but like I say, when I was younger, you know, I made mistakes. So I can't be in the house with my daughter. Well, like I say, I can, but I'm not in the house with my daughter every day. You know, like I say, I was young, dumb, and stuff like that. And, you know, you create broken homes, and that's what happened. That's what happened. But just imagine you sending your kids off to school. You're sending your kids off to school, and it's the first, I don't think in A-Meet in Roseland, they probably been in school for a week, if that. And now you laid off for your job. Imagine your kids just going to school and you get laid off from your job. Imagine the stress that's going to cause parents. Parents already going through shit, bro. They already got to find a way to make groceries. They already got to find a way how to pay bills and feed themselves. And this the hardest part as a parent, waking up every morning. Just to wake up every morning and know you have so many responsibilities as a parent. You go do what you got to do, but still, just to wake up every morning and now you learn you're laid off. Now you learn you're laid off and your kids just got in school. Your kids don't understand that you laid off. They need school stuff. And we know how the schools is these days, especially if your kid, you know, well, any school now, public or private school, they need money for everything. They need money for everything. And we know how it is in A-Meet and Roseland. Those people are racist as hell, bro. And people across the country a lot of people don't even know about A-Meet. They don't know the history of our people buying homes and owning their homes, owning their land. So you already got parents going through stuff. And now that's the part that messed me up, bro, because the older you get, bro, let's be real. It's a challenge to maintain your life. So just imagine maintaining multiple kids. And sometimes you got people taking care of family members that's not even in their home. And now you laid off. And no one cares. On YouTube, you don't see nobody making no videos about it. No one cares, bro. But we have to care because this can happen to any one of our areas. And you want somebody to care about it, you know? Oh yeah, it's racist. Like, they go do what they want to do, man. So that's why we have to use our platforms to keep exposing what's going on. Because you got parents that's going through it right now, dog. They kids just got into school. They got to pay car note. They got to pay rent. They got to pay a mortgage. They got to buy. Bro, we know how it is buying food. We know how expensive it is buying, groceries. So all this stuff is a chess move, man. It's a chess move.
Forcing a mandatory 1-mile radius evacuation.
It's nasty.
And we just don't even know what it is.
No. And look at all around the pool. It just don't make sense.
Roseland resident Albert McGee wants to know what he, his kids, and grandkids are breathing in after Smitty's supply plant exploded Friday.
What's poppin', Maryland?
I don't know what it is. Like I was itching earlier, and I smelled it all in my truck. We don't know what it is.
McGee was home when he heard.
You see this shit, bro? This shit happened right in our faces. What they've been doing throughout history is happening in our faces, bro. People say they throat hurting, they itching. And yeah, a lot of you probably would say, oh, they just looking for money. No, bro. This is real chemicals in the air, dog. This ain't no movie like people just wanting to check. Bruh, this is real chemicals in the air. And I told you, these people been had this shit planned out, man. And they know what Exxon is one explosion away from blowing inner city BR off the map. Yet they still adding new, see? Dents, see? They still add new units, bruh. It's all about the money. That's what they focus on. They focus on the money, but they not focusing on what can happen. And you go to these plants, most of them near the hood. If it's not the hood, it's still near black communities, black people who own their homes. Most of these plants is around that. You think that was by mistake? All that shit is by design. They like, if this shit blow up, guess what? It's gonna take out black people. It's gonna take out their homes. Then it's gonna cause sickness later on. See? They get a 2-for-1 special. This shit crazy, dog. I feel so bad. Yeah, man, like this it's crazy. Cause you gotta imagine, as an adult, man, every week is like the Super Bowl. You can't have a bad play. One bad play, it can cause you one mistake in life or one setback, bruh, that could mess up the family. That could, as an adult, bruh, see, people think just because you making money or whatever, no, you still have to maintain. Maintain this, it's a thing. It don't matter how much you make. Can you maintain? Is your mental right Monday morning? Is your mental right Wednesday morning? Is your mental right every week to keep maintaining? That's the part people don't talk about. But now you got stuff like this happening. Shit crazy, man. It's so hard to breathe when I go to the river parishes and I got, man, I know how it is, dog. I know how it is. American capitalism, that's it. That's it. That's all they care about. That's it. That's all they care about, dog. Plot twist, they take it from us for them. Yup. Yup. Immediate domain. That's what it is, Josephine. Those chemical plants make all that money with broken down homes and businesses steal from. That's what it is, dog. And they think we supposed to believe them when they say they don't know how the fire started. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. We ain't dumb, dog. What's poppin', Arnold? Facts, Josephine.
For the explosion, which made his family and him evacuate. He says the explosion also forced a tree limb into his swimming pool. He says he's also received mixed messaging and that he's unsure whether or not to clean up his property.
Our mayor said that the EPA system told them we have to clean this up ourselves. He said that he used Dawn dishwasher liquid. They said use Dawn dishwasher liquid and it worked.
Local officials sent residents.
You heard what he said? They told him that they have to clean it up themselves, bruh. Did you hear that? Come on. Hold on. Like I say, every day, man, I'm gonna try to go live and keep y'all updated with what's going on because, like I say, they want us to forget about our people in Roseland and A-Meat and Tangible Whole Parish, but we ain't forgetting about that, bro. I love my people. Hold on. Listen to what he said.
That he used Dawn dishwasher liquid.
His property.
Our mayor said that the EPA system told them we have to clean this up ourselves. He said that he used Dawn dishwasher liquid. They said use Dawn dishwasher liquid and it worked.
Local officials sent residents here to the Florida Parishes Arena to pick up cleaning supplies. The governor, Jeff Landry, told them to hold off.
I wouldn't begin that cleaning process if you couldn't until we finalize the sampling. But certainly if the sampling continues to look like it is now, then they shouldn't have a problem.
It's a sad situation because we have to end up doing all this work ourselves.
Despite the mixed messaging, we're told that cleaning...
Bruh, this is a disaster and nobody is talking about it. That's the crazy part. They making these people clean up, bro. They making them clean up. This shit crazy, man. It's crazy, bro. This is a real disaster, bro. And nobody talking about it. So over the weekend, man, because I know it's Labor Day weekend, but I'ma see can I go down there, bro, and I'm gonna see what kind of help can I issue out, bro, because like I said, can y'all put an 8 in the chat if you can still hear me? Put an 8 in the chat if you can still hear me. Somebody just put an 8 in the chat if you can hear me right now. Okay, perfect. Yeah. Over the weekend, I'm gonna see can I go down there and help, bro, because like I say, as I get older, I learned that life is not just about me. You feel what I'm saying? Like it's not just about me. So yeah, I'm gonna see. And if anybody in Roseland or in a meet, and just send me a DM, man. If you know somebody down there, just send me. I know a few people down there. I'm gonna ask whatever like that. But yeah, man. Like I say, like this shit break my heart, bro. It really breaks my heart because I know it's not me going through it, but you gotta think about the people and their lives changing, man. What's poppin', Bill James? Oh yeah, 100 typo. Appreciate you, Khalil. You're the only one doing a good job reporting on this outside Louisiana case. Yeah, nobody cares, but the only time they care is about football season. And this year, I can't even lie. I'm not watching football this year. I don't care about football this year. I'm reporting everything that goes on that they trying to hide in this state. That's my job. That's my job. That's my job. That's what I'm doing. Everything they try to hide in this state, I'm reporting on it, dog. I'm not watching football. I'm not even watching basketball this year. I don't give a damn about that shit. I love football. I love, especially college, but I don't give a damn no more, bro, because you got real life going on. You think I want to watch a game? You think I want to sit and watch a fucking game when it's real life going on outside? So fuck that, bro. I'm done. I'm done with sports, bro. I'm just done with that shit. I don't care. It's real life going on, and you don't see none of these athletes from Louisiana, talking about this shit. Now, Smitty, who played for the Philly, he probably helping, because he from A Meat, so he helping for the most part. I know he helping, but can you tell me what happened? I don't watch TV. Oh, a chemical plant in Roseland, Louisiana, exploded the other day, and this is a plant where everybody worked at, and it's mostly black populated. And hold on, I can show you better than I can tell you.
Start your journey to a modernized network with innovations from HP.
Appreciate y'all too for joining live, man. I appreciate y'all.
All right, bringing it back to our top story.
This what happened.
Hours after an explosion rocks Smitty's supply plant in Roseland. The cause of that blast remains under investigation. And tonight, residents are raising some concerns about the path forward during a town hall meeting that was held. WDS reporter Jasmine Franklin is live from a meet. Jasmine, what were some of the concerns that were brought up tonight?
Well, Stella and Gina, tonight Roseland residents are trying to figure out...
Hey, y'all wanna know what's crazy, bro? In 2016, I went to that church. In 2016, I went to that church, dog. That's the crazy part. You can go on my community post. I posted a picture with me with the A Meat. Like, I got real ties to A Meat, bro. I love A Meat because the A Meat is family oriented, man. And like I say, Monday through Friday, everybody working. But on the weekends, family together. You got the deep freezer outside with the food in it. They pulling out the grills and they grilling. And it's music and it's dancing. So I got love for A Meat, man. I got love for Roseland. I got love for Hammond. Shout out. Oh yeah, exactly. Q. It's crazy.
How to move forward
Please
after
let me
a
know. I'm willing
massive
to contribute.
explosion
I got you,
rocked their
Josephine.
community. And while the fire is still out tonight, they are still searching for more answers, and the impact is still being felt.
What is this stuff that is on our homes, our cars, and in our yards?
As black oil residue lingers across Roseland, people who
Crazy
live
thing is,
nearby
the ash
are
from the
worried
fire
about
reached
their
as far.
health.
Damn.
Well water. So what is gonna happen to my water, to the quality of my water supply? Residents expressed
Damn,
frustration
Dance. That's
during
crazy,
a town
bro.
hall meeting discussing next steps after the explosion.
The underserved communities are always placed where chemicals are in those communities.
The meeting comes days after Smitty's supply went up in flames. Tensions were high and every seat was filled as residents shared their thoughts.
You've got homes that have ponds. How do you clean a pond that's got all this black junk floating in it?
The main topics were air quality, cleanup efforts, and health concerns.
So we're just hoping and praying that it doesn't come up, anything doesn't come up later that's harmful to the body.
So who's going to pay for that? Because this is not something that can be cleaned up overnight.
The biggest concern is we're not getting
Facts.
answers, and nobody's moving fast enough.
Although there were lots of questions, answers were still limited as crews continued to investigate how the fire started. But residents are taking action now. 3 lawsuits against the supply company have already been filed.
So we don't need to try 500 or 1,000 trials. We need to try one trial on liability and then work on the damages.
Never fails.
Tonight, town leaders say resources, including cleaning supplies and water, will be passed out starting tomorrow through the rest of this week to Smitty's employees, as well as residents that live within a 2-mile radius of the plant. Reporting live in Amit, I'm Jasmine Franklin,
Exactly.
WTSU News.
So to my people that live outside of Louisiana, see, to the next generation, we have to show them the pattern that America does. Because it's a pattern. They keep doing it, just like with Hurricane Katrina. In 1927, they blew up the levees to the lower Ninth Ward. In 1965, they caused a flood and blew up the levees, Hurricane Betsy. In 2005, they blew up the levees in the lower Ninth Ward. 3 different times, bruh. So for the next generation, that's why they want to get rid of history so they can keep repeating the cycle, because you got to learn something. These people don't create nothing. They only know cycles. They only know what works. And they keep doing what works. Trump doing what, I don't know if it was Nixon or, I don't know what president it was, but he did the same thing. I think it was war on drugs or something. Now Trump is trying to create the narrative, this war on crime. Some BS. It's all a pattern, bruh. So we have to keep putting out this information to the next generation so they can see the pattern. So they can know, oh, in a few years, they go do this again to the lower Ninth Ward. They go attack every black community. Because they keep doing it, bruh. And it's right in our faces. They keep doing it. So that's why people want me to shut up for real, because they want you to talk about material shit that really don't fucking matter. They want you to talk about shit that don't fucking matter. They don't want you to be knowledgeable about what's really going on. This stuff probably going on in California. This probably going on in Texas, but people not, it's so many distractions, dog. They can get away with this shit. Reagan, okay, Reagan. He did the war on drugs. Yeah, Trump doing the same thing, bruh. He following the same playbook. I told you, they are not smart. They just follow patterns. They follow what work. That's it. That's it, bruh. They follow what works and what makes them the most money. That's all they do. They don't create anything, bruh. Peace. Peace and love from Rustin. What's poppin'? Miss, Miss Tangy, we played Ruston in high school. Man, I ain't gonna lie. We was in the playoffs. Bruh. I hate to say this, but y'all had some mean ass coaches. Bruh, Ruston is gangster as hell, bruh. They was good as hell. Like the players was good. But I remember I tackled the dude. I know I'm off topic right now, but I tackled the dude, bruh. And I ran to the side. It was they sideline tackling him. The coach was like, "Get your bitch ass from over here." I was like, "What?" And I was a kid. I'm like, "What the fuck?" Bruh, coach, bruh, grown ass dude. I think I was like a junior or sophomore. Dude called me. He said, "Get your bitch ass from over here." Bruh. Bruh, but they was playing like they was playing like mental games. See, we thought we was good and stuff, but see, they was mentally tougher, bruh. In Ruston, they was mentally tougher. Like, they was really mentally tougher, bruh, in Ruston, dog. So shout out to Ruston. I'll never forget that coach. That coach opened my eyes, bruh, to life. Introvert, the tone is crazy on hurricanes. When it's Florida, they have sympathy and rebuild faster. But when it's Louisiana, exactly, Trey. Exactly. But when it's Florida in like day areas, you're right. Same in New York, the rent increase is to get us back down south. It's all the same plan. Oh yeah, it's all the same plan, Q. Because you gotta realize a lot of our people that moved to New York came from the South, came from Mississippi. They came from Alabama. They came from Louisiana. They, they went to Chicago. They went to California. You know, yeah, bro. Ruston. It gets real, bro. In football, that year, cause we thought we was good. We went up there like they was just mentally tougher, bro. And they coaches was on some G shit. He said, "Get your bitch ass from over here." I'm like, God damn. Relax, dude. Maintaining is hard to get. Exactly, Josephine. Hold on. Maintaining is harder than getting it. I'm telling you. Because maintaining, you got to watch out. You can get comfortable. See, in life, this is what I learned in life, what I'm learning right now. The older you get, you as a person have to keep evolving. You as a person has to keep getting better from the inside. Because if you stay the same, but you collecting all this material shit, that don't matter. Because the days keep changing, the weeks keep changing, your life keep changing. You have to also change. You have to also fast from things. That's why I'm, on semen retention for 2 years. I'm not having sex. I'm not doing anything sexual for 2 years, dog. That's where I feel like I need that to be the man that I really want to be. And like I say, it's been 26 days and I can tell the difference in my life, dog. And I need to keep this. I need to keep this. So Josephine, maintaining, especially the older you get, you have to. But the key is getting better. It's getting better, So, hey, man, hold on. Let's watch one more. And then we're going to end this live.
Shop back to school at Sally. Start their year strong with beauty buys that save time.
Oh, shut up.
Now, some Roseland residents cleaned their property despite a warning from the governor to hold off on that. Chris Joseph found that residents have different views on this plan's future.
In Roseland, the Louisiana Department of Environmental Quality is monitoring air that still smells like burnt chemicals days after the Smitty supply explosion. We spoke with residents who are still dealing with the aftermath. Regulators say the air is safe, but residents are finding their community isn't clean. On Tuesday, Glenn Catalanato power washed his property, but he couldn't scrub away his frustration.
I mean, they just crap all over the town, then they tell you to clean it yourself.
The longtime Roseland resident lives minutes from the Smitty supply plant. Friday's explosion rained ash down on his community and home.
All my cement. I usually keep the snow white cement here. Roseland's been having a fear of that happening for years, and it finally did, So I hope they don't rebuild.
His feelings are not unique.
You heard him? I hope they don't rebuild.
Lawsuits against the company over the explosion and its aftermath. The company released a statement apologizing to the community and its employees. It vowed to rebuild. Jesse Hughes
$6 to $8 million company.
And says he's concerned about his community's health, but he also needs to support his family. Would you want him to build back?
From my own financial situation, yes. I'm out of a job, and plus I have kids in school, college, so it's hectic. But, you know, I'm happy that I'm safe, but I still have responsibility to take care of my family.
So to the people that don't know, A-Meat, Louisiana, Roseland, this is where, I'm going to show y'all. This is where this football player is from. This is where Devontae Smith is from. He's from A-Meat. He went to A-Meat High School. So this where he from. He played for the Eagles. So if you don't know what A-Meat was, this where and they call him Smitty. That's his nickname. And that's the name, so that's where he from.
He says he saw a tank on fire before he and others rushed out of the premises. Investigators are still looking for the cause. This is the closest we can get to the plant. You can see state troopers have blocked off the road, and a temporary flight restriction is keeping our drone from seeing the scope of the destruction. Moving forward, the community still has questions.
You see that? They can't go in and see. They're not gonna tell them. They're not gonna tell them what really happened. They're not gonna tell them what really caused the explosion. Of course, you can't go inside. All this stuff was by design. That's why nobody died. That's why nobody was injured, because it was already planned. You tell me a chemical plant exploded while people at work and nobody died? Like make that make sense. Make that make sense.
Reporting in Tangipahoa Hope Parish, Chris Joseph.
Some Roseland students will not be back in the classroom tomorrow following Friday's explosion at Smitty's Supply. It comes as we are now hearing accounts from employees who had to dart from the flames. WDSU reporter Jasmine Franklin is in Roseland tonight with the biggest updates there. Jasmine?
Facts.
Roseland Elementary School is staying closed on Monday after a massive explosion at Smitty's Supply that also forced hundreds of employees to quickly seek shelter.
Because there was a lot of people that was panicking and running around.
Jesse Hughes worked at Smitty's Supply for more than a decade.
Exactly.
But Friday is a day he will never forget.
That's when I noticed that the flames had caught on to the mix tank.
He described the moments he saw an oil tank on fire, causing this massive explosion.
It was a lot of flames, so I knew if I don't hurry up and get someone out of the location, that it would be bad, because we have a lot of gas treatments around, a lot of brake fluid, so real flammable.
Jesse says while the flames grew and the heat amped up around him, he helped his co-workers escape before calling police to report the explosion.
I kind of was doing it at a
Shout out to James, bro. See, this a real hero right here. Shout out to James, man. Shout out to James, dog. I think they say his name is James. And how ironic, Bill James in my in the comments. But shout out to James, bro. A real hero, was helping his employees escape, bro. Yep, Dale, long-term health issues. Yep, and they know this. That's why they telling them the air is clean. Because what else they go tell them? Of course they go tell them that. So they can get cancer and they can die. And they can take their land. They can take their house. This shit crazy, man. It's crazy.
Traditional place, trying to get everyone out quickly as possible and safely.
Thankfully, everyone made it out safely and no injuries were reported. But now, Jesse, along with more than 400 employees, are searching for a new place to work.
It's really
appreciate you, Bill.
Not knowing where your next dime is coming from. That last week you had a job and today you don't have a job.
The explosion prompted a mandatory evacuation order for people who live within a 1-mile radius of the
Yup.
plant,
Facts,
including
Trey.
a nearby elementary school.
You know, we plan for these things, but, you know, we've never actually had an event of an explosion.
School leaders say Roseland Elementary will remain closed on Monday as crews test air quality inside the building while cleaning up black oil residue around the campus from the explosion.
We want to make sure that it's properly cleaned and removed before we have our teachers and students come back to the campus.
Look at this. Tell me how. Let's make this make sense. Tell me how the air quality is going to be clean. Look at this, bruh. Look at all this. Look at this. What you mean the air quality is clean? Like what are you talking about? But they thinking about money. They not thinking about black people's health. Even some of the white people they don't care about them either. They care about money. So they trying to get business rolling. They trying to get the schools rolling. They don't care about the health, dog. Look at this. This is chemicals, dog. Hell, when you clean your bathroom too much, you about to pass out with some bleach. If you spray too much bleach in your bathroom, you about to pass out. And look at all this. All this is chemicals, dog. They knew what they was doing. This been going on since civil rights times, like Lakeland. Exactly. It's been going on. It was good to catch a bit of live stream. I will catch a full video. I got you, Elijah. Video dropping tomorrow on the other situation, but I got you. Appreciate you too, man. You're not lying. Trying to get in a job, find out what money is. Trying to get in a job, find out what money is.
While it was a close call for employees at Smitty Supply, Jesse, along with many others, are just grateful to be alive.
Thank God for life, but you still have responsibilities also.
The cause of the explosion is still under investigation. Town leaders are hosting a community meeting on Monday.
All right, y'all. I appreciate y'all for joining the live. This was a great live, man. You know, I'm very passionate about Louisiana, man, because, you know, a lot of stuff get pushed under the rug because, like I say, people only care about coming here to party. They don't care about, you know, our everyday life. So I'm going to keep reporting on this situation, you know, and if you know people in A-Meat or in Tangible Hope Parish that's connected to this, let me know. I'm going to try to get out there this weekend, you know, to see can I help people and stuff like that, clean up and stuff. You know, I'm down for it, man. I'm down for it, dog. They hate people of Louisiana, but love. Exactly, Trey. Exactly. So I appreciate everybody for joining the live, man. I got a video dropping tomorrow. Be careful. Hey, I appreciate you, Dale Trent. I appreciate you. I got a video dropping tomorrow. I'm about to work on that after this live. And damn, this was a great live, man. Shit. It's a great live. Put in that work, bruh. Let's go. Tomorrow it's up, bruh. God bless you for being honest. Oh, yeah, no problem. And I appreciate you. I'm about to hit that gym tonight. And tomorrow, we back with it. So, thank y'all. I'm out.